Yo, this 5 Foot Productions, behind the scenes of Dr. Terrence Graham, Carl Sweat. Look, we just finished shooting his scene for Me Versus Me. A lot of noise. Don't worry about that. We'll edit that stuff out. We got about 15 minutes, but we're gonna just break bread for a quick second. Look, I'm honored. I work with this guy. Very intelligent. He's here to get licensed. When he get licensed, we're gonna do a lot of business together. But let's talk about the movie. Carl Sweat, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's good, y'all? My name is Carl Sweat. I'm a licensed pastoral counselor out of Florida, and I'm also a substance abuse counselor for the military.
All right. So, Carl, your partner in the movie is what? What's your role in the film?
My role in the film is just to give y'all some background on suicide prevention, just to give y'all some intake of what I've seen and what I have done in order to treat my suicidal patients.
All right. So, when we talk about suicide in the military and you're in the Navy, why would a person jump off the ship in the middle of the ocean? What takes them to that point? I mean, I was an Army guy, and I seen suicide in combat. I seen officers come from college like myself, get into a war situation, can't deal with stress, and I witnessed suicide a lot when I was in Desert Storm. But tell me, why would a soldier in non-combat situations want to harm themselves or put themselves in harm, or any other soldiers in harm on a ship in the middle of the ocean?
I'm glad you actually brought that up, and this question doesn't even get the most view.
Talk about it.
Being out to sea, I was out the George Washington, the TR, and the Bush. The whole inherent resolve.
Get in the camera,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, the whole inherent resolve. It's a lot that goes into it. The jobs that we as military do, we do not just your task. Like, I'm a corpsman, but I also do training teams. I do 3M. You have like 18,000 jobs you have to do, and you also have to get those qualifications in order to be, as you can say, competitive in order to get your next rank. One of the biggest things that I try to tell people is that they're asking for help. You get looked down upon. Now, in the society world, if someone says like you ask for help, you're lesser than, or I don't want to say that term, but you ain't ish.
Especially a sailor, person in uniform.
It's person in uniform. I'm glad you brought that up. So if I say, hey, I need some help, old school military will look at things like, boy, go get your job done.
Right.
This is normal. Like, I had to do this back in 1985. But this new generation that we're in now, they ask those questions. Why? Why is just a simple question. Why am I doing this? What is the purpose of this? Military used to be right place, right time, do your job. So if I'm asking all of these questions and I'm not getting the answers that I want, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overstimulated, I'm unheard, I'm disregarded.
Right.
That takes you to another place of a sense of self. Now, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore. But you're out to sea. Where else you gonna go? I'm just gonna jump off now.
Carl, now, explain to me, when a recruiter tells you your job in the Navy, and they explain to you you're gonna be out to sea, you know, as a sailor, you're gonna be out to sea at least 6 months to a year.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
Most of the sailors I've done therapy with, they said, "Oh, the recruiter lied to me. I didn't know I was going to be doing this X, Y, Z." So, how many incidents have you heard of a sailor actually jumping off the ship?
Man overboard, man overboard. That's the first thing that you hear.
Wow.
Man overboard, man. Any time of the hour, and usually it happens at nighttime. Now, granted, you will get some in the morning time. But if I had to be frank and I had to put my own numbers on it, remember I said my own opinion, because I was there. I would say about 50 individuals in the time frame of a 9-month span have tried to jump off a ship. That's 50. Now, in the grand scheme of things, 5,000 people that's on the ship during deployment, 50.
What's the age range?
Age range is from 18 to about 33.
So it's still that first 2 year sailor, his first, what do you call it?
Yeah.
First term?
First term.
All right, what about females?
Now, a lot of people don't understand, men, when it comes to suicide, we go through it. We actually, when we do the suicide, we commit it and we're pretty much done. For women, it's much higher because it's more like asking for help. They do the pills. They would do something that is a call for help, like slitting the wrist, so on and so forth. It is at 92% right now for females in general. It has went up substantially this year. So I would say just listen just to hear people, just to take the time and listen to them. When you see someone post something on Instagram or social media saying like, hey, I don't want to be here, or those little dark humor jokes like females might say, actually ask the question, are you suicidal? Just be upfront, be assertive. I won't say aggressive, just be assertive. Like, hey, are you suicidal?
Go ahead, keep talking.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. No, it's perfectly fine, man. So that's what that is with females. Just be honest and open. Just ask those questions. They're asking for help. That's their way of asking for help.
Okay, so you get ready to be a licensed clinician. If a person's suicidal, 18, 19 years old, and they're telling you, hey man, I want to end my life, they come to you, what's protocol? On a ship, what's protocol once they come to you as their provider?
So basically send them straight to medical. You walk with them. You don't leave them by themselves.
Okay.
So, hey, let's say we're in the galley. I would literally say, hey, that sounds disheartening. I understand where you are. We're all out here together, just speaking to him. I'm not in the same position as him, but however, I'm in this with him. We're all out to sea together. I'm not here with my family. Get to the emotion that they're actually at. I don't think it's hard for a lot of individuals to understand what emotions are, because we're just in this new era of understanding what emotions are. So with that being said, if they're feeling unheard, have you ever felt unheard? Just actually listen to that individual and, hey, you know what? This is above me. I'm not a specialist. Let me take them to medical. Walk with them to medical. Tell the providers, like, hey, this is what's going on with this individual. They told me this, and I'm trying to give them the help that they actually need. Until you actually give them a perfect handoff to someone, that is what you do.
How long does it take them to be removed from the ship, go back to stateside? Because again, they're at risk. So now they're displaying at-risk behavior. I already told you, hey man, I'm thinking about harming myself. How long does it take them to get them back to the States, or back to stateside, or back to shore?
To be honest with you, it depends on the patient. If they actually tried to commit to suicide, or if they just say, you know, I have suicide ideations.
So it has to be a physical act.
Most of the time it's a physical act.
Isn't that kind of too late if the physical act is jumping overboard?
Well, like you say, you've been in the service. We're on reactive. Once it happens, it's a reactive type thing. We don't have anything that's preventable. Like when it happens, okay, cool. ETA is 5 days. We'll get them off the ship, fly them off the cod. 5 days, this is what it is.
5 days. 5 days. All right, so what are some coping skills? So if you have someone out here that is displaying suicidal ideations, what would be some coping skills or coping strategies for that individual moving forward, even though they're in crisis? What would you say to them? Say, hey, this is some things you can do now, immediately. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. I think we as human beings, we're losing ourselves in our normal day-to-day lives, and we put ourselves in the back burner.
Right.
So if you're already at the point of suicide, what did you lose? Ask yourself that question. What have you lost? Was it a loved one? Or you're just not talking to loved ones anymore? If that's the case, it's a sister or brother that you can speak to, a cousin or someone that you can vent to. If that's what you need, that communication, that connection, maybe that's what you need to get to. Some people stop the hobbies that they used to do.
Right.
Remember, you're isolating, so you're not doing the things that you used to do. Try to get back to what you used to do. What made you happy? That peace that you used to have.
Hell, they in the Navy. They ain't happy. They ain't happy. They're away from their family. They're in the middle of the ocean. They're getting these Dear John letters or Dear Jody letters, right? These are triggers. So now they turn to substance abuse. All right. So explain why and how you get alcohol on the ship, or how does that work?
To be honest with you, when you out there, it's the wild, wild west. It's like prison. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. People be thinking like, oh, you never been to prison before and stuff like that. Go to a ship, and I'm not talking about no carnival.
Right.
Being on a ship, it's not like customs. You have 19, 18-year-olds at the deck plates saying, "Welcome aboard." They're not checking my bags.
Okay.
I can go to Dubai, get a bottle of something that's not in the States, come back on the ship, do my little 1-2, go in, and guess what? Now I got alcohol on the ship, or drugs, if that. Or, to be honest with you, you can create your own hooch. You got CSs that got old fruits that come off a RAS. That's a replenishment at sea, if y'all don't know that lingo.
Okay.
All right, cool. We got some bruised apples and stuff here that we're not going to utilize. Shoot, let me go and get me this plastic bag, ferment it up, and now we got some hooch on the ship. There's many ways to get to your substance of choice. People got potpourri. What was that? K2 back in the day? There's so many things that you can do on the ship, and so many levels. There's literally 010, 03, so many levels. No one's going to all these levels. People smoke on the ship still. There's a lot of things that go on just to get to that substance, to get that high, to get that feeling back.
All right, so you do suicide prevention, man. I've seen you in action a couple times at work. So talk about suicide prevention, what your job is with the Navy as far as doing these trainings, and what is your expectations for yourself moving forward once you get into private practice. So
Okay, no.
wrap all that up.
I'll wrap all that up. So as of right now, like I told you all already, in the military, I'm a substance abuse counselor, but as one of my collaterals, I'm a suicide prevention team lead. So what that entails is I'm basically at the forefront of anything that happens at my command. What I've done so far is trying to break that stigma. A lot of military people are still stuck in their old ways. There's a weakness in asking for help. So what I did was create a whole expo in September in September is Suicide Prevention Month. So I created a wellness expo, and that was to bring different ships, commands out so we can give them the resources they need, from Fleet and Family to Military One Source to CRT, Semio, EO, all those things. So instead of you asking for help, I'm bringing you the help. There is no excuse at this point. So I'm here giving you. It's like a horse bringing you to bring a horse to the water. I'm actually bringing you the water. So that's what I do for suicide prevention. And what I want to do when I finally am able to, I want to create a safe space for people. If you hear my name, I want to be able to create a safe space. If you ever in your dumps, call me up. Call my practice up. Get those things that you need, and I'm gonna give you the tools that you need in order to be a better person. We don't want to create huss. We want you to be the real true self that you actually are as a human being.
Sweat, did you play ball?
Yeah, I did track and I did football.
All right, so the name Sweat kind of sound familiar when it comes to football. Tell the people out here in Five Foot Productions land who your cousin is.
So I don't know if y'all are from here, but in 757, we big out here in football. So even though I played for Lakeland and stuff like that, my cousin, Josh Sweat, he played for Oscar Smith. He won a Super Bowl with Philadelphia Eagles. Now he's with the Cardinals.
Arizona Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
So he and I are Washington football, Redskins, Commanders. That's our team. So when you are a participant in extracurricular activities, sports, dance, band, art, it takes your mind away from certain things. So if you have a person that's not active, don't have any, I don't want to say skill set, a certain skill set, but when your skill set is drinking and drugging, and you don't have anything positive in your life, you start to have negative ideations or suicidal ideations. Talk about some of the young people that you influence as a former athlete. Talk about how sports can change your life. We're talking about prevention now. How sports can change your life when it comes to poor self-esteem, low self-esteem, low self-worth, and self-doubt.
Yeah. When you were speaking, you know how back in the day our parents used to tell us, "An idle mind's a devil's playground."
You heard it first.
So when it comes to sports, it gives you this sense of discipline, sense of camaraderie, sense of like brotherhood.
Yes.
And sisterhood for my ladies that run track and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. But when you're working out, your dopamine, you're looking at yourself in the mirror. You get that self worth. Ooh, look at me! Look at me! I'm tough out here, man.
If y'all haven't checked this guy, talking about bodybuilding, he won trophies and bodybuilding competitions.
In games we trust.
Hey, look, he got the dope body. So, like I said, man, we work out and all that stuff, but just when you have a role model like yourself, and I consider you a role model.
You too.
I think that a platform such as this and being in an independent docufilm, Me Versus Me, displaying your skill set and letting people know you're not alone, and by being, well, I'm former military, you current military, just goes to show like, hey, there is a platform, a safe space for you to express how you are feeling. How I grew up, there was no such thing as black therapists. Matter of fact, there was no such thing as therapists, period, right? We had a guidance counselor, and the guidance counselor said, hey, well, you don't look like you can go to college. Or we had guidance counselor say, hey, where you want to go to school? Oh, nah, you're not college material, right? But far as sitting down with someone and say, hey, I got this going on, I got some depression, I got some anxiety, I got a history of abuse, history of substance abuse. I didn't have that type of platform. So, Carl, talk about you becoming a licensed clinician and what your target population is going to be.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I would like to help all if I could. What I do want to start is to the people who have never heard what therapy is. Now, it's something that's more prevalent now.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
it's more prevalent now, but there's still some communities that do not have these resources. So that's where I do want to start at. I want to start where people who do not have those resources. And if I can help anybody who do have those resources, and you still, like I said, if you call my name, then I will help. But I don't think the word emotional regulate is big in some people's vocabulary.
I like that.
So if we as a people can be more emotionally intelligent, look that up yourselves. Emotional intelligent, a lot of the things that are happening in this world, from violence and stuff like that, could be mitigated. Suicide itself.
Are you going to see children and adult, or?
Oh, thank you. I'll be children. I have children on my own.
Okay.
I don't think me personally, and I'll say this to the camera and to you yourself. I have a soft spot for children.
Okay.
So to hear that they were sexually abused and stuff, I'm not in the headspace for that right now.
Okay.
But
and that's fair, because you know your strengths and you know your weaknesses. Right? Yeah.
But I can work with teenagers, adult teens that's usually around like 16 and up. I can start working with them, and then I'll be working all the way up to adults. I think the highest age that I work to right now in order to get my licensure was 57. So I like doing marriage counseling, substance abuse.
I'm gonna see. Look, that's my weakness: marriage and family.
So that's all me.
Hey, that's all him. So my
That's all me.
referrals, you send them to me, I'm gonna send them to Carl.
Yeah,
And that's how it works, man.
Yeah.
But just like I said, it's behind the scenes. 5 Foot Productions in the building. Me Versus Me. I wanted to introduce Carl Sweat to the world. I thank this guy. When I first met him, he always come in the morning. He said, "What's up, King?" So I knew he was conscious right there. He's like, every morning, "What's up, King?" I said, "Yeah." Then once I found out he was a Washington Redskin fan, I said, "That's my man. That's my man." So I said, "Hey, man, I'm doing this movie. I need that. I need that intel from you. I need your gifts, and I want to make you shine. I want to put you on. I want to promote you." And I think he's going to be a great clinician. He is already, but I think when I'm transitioning out of the field, he's going to be... We out of here.
All right, y'all be easy.